the most excited face I've ever seen.
Yeah, hi.
So cute. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, Bonnie?
I'm doing great. It's lovely to be back in Brussels.
Yes, when were you last here? At least 3 years?
2019.
Is it that long ago?
Yeah, before the lockdown.
Yeah. Remember those?
Yeah, I wrote a book that I enjoyed writing. I just finished filming a documentary series, having a baby. It's pretty good.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. I love that. Nothing big there, but series, baby. Oh wow.
It's been a productive couple of years.
Oh, is this have you written a lot? Is this your first book, or is this?
It's my first book. Yeah, it came out last year. And it's all about changes we can make in our own life around the environment and sort of taking action for the climate crisis.
Because I think in 2019 you were talking about, you were either embarking on that or you were about to, I remember you were talking a lot about your environmental...
Those themes, yeah. I began developing the idea probably around then, and then I wrote the book in, I guess, 2020, 2021. Yep. But yeah, first experience writing a book, quite a big task. But I really enjoyed just the concentration it takes. I feel like so many things that I often share around the environment are online, which is great as well, but it was really nice to focus on actually having like a tangible book. The book is mainly about very sort of like practical things that we can be doing in our day-to-day life to sort of connect us to these larger issues. And I've always been quite a practical person. Like I like to just know what to do today and how to apply it to my life. And I've just been doing these things in my own day-to-day life. And then I thought, oh, maybe maybe like people would be interested to know this. And so I kind of surprised myself. I never really thought I'd write a book, or it was kind of a nice new experience. And it's always just been so nice and like surreal still when people talk about my book or they say they've read it or they have it. It's just still, like I still can't believe that, yeah, it's a really nice thing. It's all hard. I feel like the most important thing I learned is that we're all going to be drawn to a different type of action or change, because we all come at things from stuff we already like to enjoy. Like for me, I first started making changes in my kitchen because I find joy in that space. Like I like to cook, whereas someone else might hate cooking and they love, gardening, or they love beauty, or they love fashion, and you're going to come at it through the thing you love. So I think the biggest takeaway was always like, how do I intersect like making a change with something I'm already good at or something that I find joy in, and make things less prescriptive. Like the book isn't really about like do this and do that, or that's bad or that's wrong. It's really just about here's all the information, like make what you will with it, I guess. Me and another co-host as we basically drive up the coast of the US, like the West Coast, and we meet all different people working out in their communities around these subjects. So the book is more about like what's out in the world and what people are doing, and then also some like adventurous stuff too, from camping to kayaking to surfing to just exploring the outdoors.
That's
yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, be good.
Exactly the sort of thing I like. Brilliant.
Do you roughly know when it'll come out?
I don't. I mean, I'm hoping like the beginning of next year. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. And yes, we should ask, how is Harry Potter worlds and things like that? Is the fandom calmed down at all?
No, the fandom keeps going. Yeah, I mean, like just today, you meet young children who weren't even alive when we were making the films, and yet the series has passed on. And I just love that. Like it is a timeless story that transcends like languages and cultures, and it's so cool that it just keeps going, and I think that's testament to how good the stories are.
Will you show your child the films, or is that
I probably will. I won't force it upon them, but I will just quietly push them to watch Harry Potter.
If you can give them that age where they can't detach you from a character, so they think that's your school life, that'd be incredible.
Well,
terrifying.
see if they don't even tell them you're in it. Just see if they recognize you.
Like, who's that? See how clever they are.
I'm guessing everyone's asking you this now, but obviously they've announced a potential reboot. Any thoughts? You don't have to comment.
I'm honestly surprised. There's so many stories within the Harry Potter world. I mean, if I were to choose a story to make a TV show about, I would have chosen all the characters that go around like the Marauders map and like all the auras that are in the Order of the Phoenix. Like, I would have explored the story of Sirius Black and Lupin and James Potter and I just loved all those aura characters and like Peter Pettigrew. Like, I would have loved to sort of like get the prequel basically.
Yeah.
Like, take it all the way up to when Harry like is dropped off by Hagrid on the doorstep of the Dursleys. Like, that's what I would do. Like, I would do the teenage years of Harry's parents and all those people.
That is
but hey,
great.
if anyone wants to know, that's my opinion. But hopefully they'll do that one day. Maybe they'll do that later.
I mean, it's one of those fandoms that it just grows, and like I say, it just grows and grows and grows. Like, half of Edinburgh now is like Harry Potter memorabilia. London's getting the same. Like, you think again, like, it's such a, when you think it's a generational thing, like for people who were your age when the films came out, they've obviously grown with it. But like you say, when you see new kids getting into it and stuff, there is something so timeless about it.
Yeah, exactly, and really, I mean, yeah, for sure, visual effects and different things get better, but they're still pretty good in the film. There's really,
Get your hand up. I will try. So we got Freddy Krueger's hand go up. I didn't like that at all. Did not like that at all. And then we've got a few coming forward.
Hi Bonnie, nice to meet you. Just want to know, which was the most fun movie to make, and which was the most difficult one?
Ooh, that was good. I guess the Chamber of Secrets was quite hard, but I loved it just because my character suddenly got way bigger and I was still really young. And some of the things that Ginny does in that are kind of dark, like obviously through the Diary of Tom Riddle, things got a little bit dark with the things I had to do. And the most fun I had was probably difficult to decide, but I loved all the Hogwarts battle scenes in the Deathly Hallows Part 2. And I guess that's the most recent in my memory, but that was a really fun film.
Hi, my question is, what is your opinion on the announcement of the new Harry Potter series and the fact that actors will be replaced?
Yeah, I just kind of spoke a little bit about that in the question before, but I'm excited for it. It'll be interesting to see how I'm interested to see how they do things a little bit differently, I hope, and I really hope some stuff that we didn't get to include in the films, maybe they get to include. Like, there's so much of everyone's character that we don't get to show.
If you were asked to guest in it, would you do it? Would you do a little cameo?
I don't know what, it'd be weird to go back into the exact same era but play a different character, so I don't know. Maybe, if it was a good character.
Yeah, we got another one down here.
Are you still friends with people from the cast?
Oh yeah, good question. I saw my brothers, my Fred and George Weasley last weekend, and also another friend, Afshan, and then I had some friends that were in the crew as well that I saw last week. So yeah, anytime I'm in the same city, I get to see everyone.
And that's all anyone wants to hear, that you're all still friends.
Yeah, we are.
That's
We have
great.
a, silly group chat.
Hi, so there were rumors to recast like old people to play in the reboot, for example Tom Felton as Lucius Malfoy, but would you play, oh my god, I forgot the name of the mom.
Mrs. Weasley.
Mrs. Weasley, yeah. Would you do it?
I hadn't heard of that. That's a funny idea. It would be hard. I mean, Julie Walters was just so good. I don't know if I could do as good a job of her. And I'm also like, am I old enough yet to play a mother of 7 children? I don't think so. So I'll stay youthful for a little bit longer.
Are you curious, like, again, you don't have to answer any of these things, but like, are you curious to see who the next Ginny Weasley will be? Because you
Yeah,
must
I
be
mean,
so
all
attached.
of us are surprised and interested, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hi Bonnie, greetings from Peru. I want to know, what is your favorite character from Harry Potter?
Ooh, that's a good question. So, My favorite, I have two favorite characters. Well, that's hard. I'm gonna I have five. No, I have hundreds. Well, I guess one. One of my favorite characters was Hagrid, because I always thought he was just like the uncle you always wanted, and I feel like he was like the protector of everyone. And I just loved how he loved things that other people didn't love. Like he loved those unloved creatures, and I just loved his affinity to just like strange creatures. So yeah, Hagrid was always my favorite.
Yeah.
What's your favorite memory of the set? Ooh, it's hard to narrow it down, but I think all my fondest memories were in the Burrows, the Weasley house. I always felt so lucky that not only did I have all the Hogwarts scenes, but I also had my whole Weasley family. They were definitely my kind of most warm and like funny and silly memories. Like we always just had so much fun between my brothers, and I felt like I had my own kind of little family, like a real family. So yeah, the Burrow, it was also my favorite set. It was really cool how it was built.
Did you get to keep anything from the set?
I didn't. I kept nothing.
They were
Sadly.
really strict though, weren't they?
Yeah, they were like, everything ended up in an exhibition, basically. Yeah.
I'm just curious, because like you say, all those feelings of like being with the Weasleys is your fondest memories. When you do see them now, do you feel like they're your brothers, or do you still?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. It is like no time has passed, and like you just know each other so well that the minute you get back together, I also was in James and Oliver, who play Fred and George. They just made a TV show as well it was called Fantastic Friends. It was like a travel show, and I was in one of the episodes with them, and we went to Iceland, and we just had it felt like we were on a little family holiday.
When is that just been made?
They're just filming the second series now, but the first series is out. I think it's on HBO within Europe. Yeah.
Amazing. Yes.
Hi again. How was it to see the whole cast back again after all these years at the reunion?
It was so fun. It was very surreal because we were literally back on the sets that we filmed on for the reunion that we filmed for HBO as well. It was great. It was very nostalgic, and we all just got to like reflect on the whole series. It was very weird. It was like no time had passed. We were just back at, like in the Great Hall. Like this is our home. Yeah, it was fun.
Where are you? Oh yeah, we're over there.
Which of the Harry Potter books is your favorite?
Ooh, my favorite Harry Potter book is The Order of the Phoenix, which is kind of why I want them to make a film about the Order of the Phoenix. So yeah, that was my favorite book, because I just wanted to be all those Aura characters.
Yeah, amazing. Do you ever reread the books, or was it?
I haven't. I haven't reread them probably since they came out.
I was going to say.
I have thought recently, I love the audiobooks that Stephen Fry did. So I keep thinking like I go on many a long journey or road trip or drive, so I should listen to the.
But I guess again, like when your kid is old enough to, you could do it with them.
Yeah.
Stuff,
I found at my parents' house like the Philosopher's Stone, and it was all on tapes.
Oh wow!
Actual tapes. So yeah.
I could instantly hear that sound.
Yeah.
We're
During the scene, was any funny thing like in a serious?
Sorry, can you just say that again?
In a serious scene, there might be a funny things like.
So if you're speaking to the microphone, you just keep cutting out of it. Sorry.
What was the most funniest thing you enjoyed during the movie?
Oh, but you meant if there was sometimes serious scenes. I guess a really fun scene we had was the Yule Ball scene in the fourth film. Like the Yule Ball for the Triwizard Tournament between all the schools. That was pretty chaotic scene. It was also really hard to film like sad scenes. I remember like Dumbledore's death being like the worst day. That was like, I did not enjoy that scene to film, and just to be like that serious and somber for days on end. It was quite hard.
What was your last scene you shot?
My last scene is the last scene in the film, which is the epilogue when we're like 19 years later.
Is that the last scene you all shot?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was wild because I obviously started my journey in the films on platform 9 3/4, quarters, and then I ended on platform 9 3/4, so it was a really nice like full circle. And the kids playing like Ginny and Harry's kids were the same age I was when I started, so it really was like quite surreal having that experience. It was kind of weird because we were still us, but we were also this whole new different character. So
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. I loved it. I didn't know anything about the film industry at 9 years old, so I learned so much about filmmaking, and it really inspired me, like for my later career and my studies. Like I went to film school after we finished Harry Potter, so I was always really interested in how everything was made and how they made movies. So it felt like the best school almost to go to, and just friends that lasted kind of forever. And it was a surreal place to be in as well, but I learned a lot about filmmaking and acting and just collaborating with people.
Do you still enjoy filmmaking?
Yeah, I do. I've loved just how different you can make films and how many different scales of filmmaking there are. From sets at that scale to much smaller independent things to things that are more episodic to things that are kind of big franchises like that. Yeah, I love that there's just so many ways to do things.
Hi. Who's your favorite Weasley except Ginny?
I can't decide. Although I think I can. It's my mum. It would be Molly Weasley. Yeah.
What's your favorite spell?
Ooh, my favorite spell that Ginny loves is Reductor, which she does in the Dumbledore's army scenes, and it like explodes this sort of mannequin of a Death Eater, and it really impresses Harry when Ginny does it. So I think that's her favorite spell.
I'm just going to come to this girl. Yeah. She's right at the front now. I don't think you can get to her, and she's all dressed up. If you want to just come here, otherwise that speaker will deafen you. So if you just come here, so we don't get feedback.
English.
Okay.
As you can notice, she's a really big fan of Harry Potter, and all the films make her feel really good. So she really wants to know, how do you look back? How do you feel when you look back to all the Harry Potter movies?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. When I think back to the Harry Potter films, or when I come to events like this, like I realize, it changed my life, but it changed so many other people's lives too. Like it played such an important role in people's life, whether that's like some place they love to escape to, like Hogwarts is a great place to escape to when your day is good or bad. And loads of people make friendships, I feel. I meet a lot of people who met other people because of their love of Harry Potter. And that's the same with me, like I made so many friendships from it. So it's kind of, it's still like hard to put into words. But it still shapes me to this day, like the experience. And like I said right at the beginning, like I love seeing, younger people like both of you who like probably weren't born when we were making the films, but you're, big fans. So yeah, it's just has massive impact. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. It's a great question. My favorite recipe is it's literally the only one that's got my name in it, which is a funny thing, but it's the beet dip, which is like the beetroot, it's like bright pink, it's like a dip that you can make, and my other one is the farmer's pie, and that's food, but there's not just food, there's other things. I guess like the sewing projects, there's like a reusable coffee filter and tea bag, so I like sewing, so that's a fun project. Thank you.
Have you always been, like when did that start, like cooking and crafting?
I grew up in a family that does a lot of that anyway, so I guess I was influenced by my parents. And yeah, I just like doing things tangibly. Like the world can get too heady, but I like to do things with my hands.
Did you go baking crazy during lockdowns?
Yeah, I definitely made elaborate meals. Yes.
Great. Thomas Ryan.
Just in the center here.
Yeah.
I just want to know, because you were so young, do you think there is something about your character that you took for yourself until now?
I hope so. I wish to be more like Ginny all the time. So yeah, I feel like Yeah, I love her sort of like quiet confidence that builds throughout the story. Like you don't assume her to be this kind of leading role or this kind of sort of fierce warrior-like character that kind of develops in the 5th and through the last few. So yeah, I hope I can take a little piece of Ginny and be like her. Thanks.
Your last question. No pressure.
Did you have a crush on someone on the Harry Potter cast?
I didn't. I spent too much time with anyone to have a crush on them. You get to know everyone's personality that you soon realize maybe they should just stay as friends. And 10 years spending, with people, you kind of want to keep it professional, I guess. But yeah, I didn't. And kind of luckily, I guess, that would have been quite a hard thing to live alongside. Yeah. Unrequited love, yes. Well, thanks for your question.
Yeah, very good.
Before we finish up, once again, the name of your book?
Oh yeah, my book is called Go Gently.
So Go Gently, can anyone buy that here?
I think you have to buy it like from the best place I found that ships international books for free is called the Book Depository, and you can buy books like from the UK, but they'll ship anywhere in the world for free.
There you go. Go Gently, a book depository.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I could do this all day, but Bonnie will kill me. So we're going to let Bonnie go back into Comic-Con. You're here all weekend, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Please go see her. Please say hello to the photos. But most of all, big round of applause.
Thank you so much.